The highest ELO achieved by any human being is 2,882, which belongs to Magnus Carlsen, who is considered a chess genius of all time. In today's episode of Chess Game Buzz, we will explore a chess puzzle that has been assigned an ELO of 3,952. Stay with us, and let's see if you can figure out a way to solve this. This is one of the hardest chess puzzles and has been assigned ELO rating of 3952. But this is a really nice one and has some subtle tricks that have tripped up a lot of people. I encourage you to pause your video and try to solve it in 4 moves right now. Well, as strong puzzle solvers, you know that you should look at forcing moves, and here White has a number of tempting forcing moves. And obviously White needs to go for a forcing move, because Black is threatening checkmate here, and Black is up 5 pawns. Now some of the most tempting checks, like Queen G4 check, only lead to a perpetual, which might be the solution. But here we are looking for a win in 4 moves. I think most natural for a human is the Queen F5 check, and I think this has tripped up the most people. In this position, after Queen F5 check, Black will not block with G5, because then Queen captures H7 and checkmate. So the Black King will pull back to H6, and here Rook takes F6 check can be a really simple forced mate. Why is this puzzle rated so highly? It's probably because the Black's response that leads to a difficult position for White. Here Black doesn't have to capture the Rook, which is an easy mistake in calculation to assume that your opponent has to capture when you sacrifice. If it captures, then yes, this is checkmate, and a very, very nice checkmate. But after Rook takes on F6 with check, your opponent can reject your sacrifice and can play pawn to G6. This is where it gets tricky because this leaves White with no good check. As unsafe as the Black King seems to be, it is actually safe, because White doesn't have a perpetual check and Black wins. So we must reject the idea of Queen F5 check that almost every player played, and we must proceed with Queen F7 check. Now firstly, if Black moves the king to G5, Queen captures pawn at G7, and it is a checkmate in next move. And Black won't block with pawn to G6 because then Queen captures pawn on H7, check, King moves to G5, Queen to H4 check, King moves to F5, and Queen G4 is checkmate again. But if the Black King moves to H6, again the most tempting move is Rook captures pawn on F6, check. If Rook gets captured, we go with the same mate as we have already seen. But if Black blocks the check with pawn to G6, this time we have a check with Queen to F8. Still, if Black moves the king to G5, we still won't have a perpetual check, and Black wins. So what can be that one surprising move that can ensure White's victory here? Firstly, we should discard the idea of sacrificing the Rook and go with a quiet move. That is King to G4. A really brilliant move, because the king is more than safe here, as Black cannot check the king in the next move in any way. It cannot check with Queen because the Rook is in the way. Also, it can't check with pawn on F6, as it is pinner against the king by the Rook. And the best thing about this position is White is threatening Queen to H5 checkmate. There is one way of stopping it, and that is Rook to H2, protecting the H5 square. But finally, now we can play Rook captures pawn on F6. If Black blocks by pawn to G6, then Queen to F8 is checkmate, and if pawn captures the Rook, Queen captures pawn on F6 is a stunning checkmate. Tell me in the comments section, how many of you got the moves right? If any of you got all these right, then you are the next Magnus. Subscribe to Chess Game Buzz to keep your chess game above everyone else. Also, don't forget to like and share this video, and hit the bell icon to keep getting such amazing videos. Thank you for watching.